Well. I don't know why I did that. But as you can tell, we are back once more, doing a little chatty watty while I work on I guess a brand new server, Boys Season 4. Within the last week, we have all come back together to start a fourth server. The last world you saw was the third, but now we're working on the fourth one, and you know the drill. It's uh it's time for me to talk once more about random things because that's how it works here. I guess it's not really random, but you know, I guess it's just what I want to talk about today, and it's what you will hopefully be listening to today, and that's my ambitions for the future, I guess. And something that I would like to do, something that I am planning to do, and hopefully will accomplish sooner rather than you know later. And that's opening up an actual like business. I want to open an actual business. Last couple days have been really interesting. Because I have a big long-term business goal of opening up like an entertainment center, and I plan on hopefully doing that with my best friend in the future. Uh, but you got to figure out how to make goals like that happen, and obviously that one's going to be very expensive to make. So it's like you got to break it down, right, to figure out the best course of action to get there. You can always be like, oh, I'm just going to get a way better, higher paying job. But at the same time, it's like, how much of a higher paying job do I need to get? And is that even feasible right now in order to save up the money I need to get it? And yeah, so that's not really the option at hand right now. So the way we're gonna do it, gotta get enough money now to start a smaller business, uh, which just so happens to work great with. There's a leasing space pretty close to you know to where I currently work, and I'm fixing to ask them how much to lease the space uh, monthly and all that stuff, and then I'm gonna really get into the nitty gritty of how much I need to get a startup going, or startup, I guess, but how much I need to save up, find investment from, raise, whatever, uh, to basically get this small thing going, because uh, a good way that I think would be to pay for it is something that we don't really have in the area that I'm at, and that's like a cool indoor mini golf thing, right? It's if you do it right, you can have a low cost, high profit margin. It's not going to turn in any crazy numbers, but I don't plan on quitting my current job. My current job, it pays for what I need currently. Uh, so anything I make from that, I can just put aside, invest in the company, and then put more aside to you know ex- expand into the thing I want to do. You know, I just I company I currently work for has a certain way of like customer service, and a lot of the people I've worked for have a certain way of looking at how to work and how to uh, I guess please guests and customers that aren't just a pushover way, you could say, and more of it's more than just the product you're selling. Part of the product you're selling is some kind of experience, and brings you joy while you're doing stuff. So that's part of my ideology going into this, and I want to do something that I know not just everyone's going to be able to do. I want to offer an experience that I know not everyone can do, which with the indoor mini golf, I guess I'll give you a little bit of insight into me. So I have a little bit, I guess, a little bit of a construction slash building stuff background. I have two certificates in welding. So yeah, I have two welding licenses, or I guess certificates. Um, that are literally through the state I live in. And then I did fabrication for that also as well. So I think I'm decently qualified to put, you know, some of my own labor into, you know, making the actual course and planning it out. You know, if you know, if I'm gonna do a company, I'm gonna make it, you know, my company. I'm not gonna take some bland thing. I'm gonna put some personality into it. You know, which the space I'm looking at currently, if feasible, I could be able to fit a 16 hole course in there, and I'm thinking either I split half the course into glow in the dark, or I have just the normal course, and then off to the side, it looks like there's enough space to where I could like a mini like 9 hole or 8 hole indoor golf course one, just you know for the little bit of a unique factor. And then there's another idea I want, but I don't really want to say it because if the off chance some other company gets it, then that's going to take away something special that I could have, which would attract, you know, business. So I guess that's something I will leave to myself. But like, I know I could build it. Would it take longer to actually get it opened? Yeah, yeah, it probably would. But you know, I feel like one of those people. If I want to do something in life, I'm gonna get it done. So I feel like I could make it happen a lot sooner than if I didn't want to do it by myself. Could a team be helpful? Probably. But you know, places get character off of who builds them, and why am I gonna pay somebody a ridiculous amount of money to build a very basic course when I can just do it myself, put some personality into it, decide every little detail that I want in it, and make it the way I want to. But then also, if I make it, then I can adjust it however I want. You know, if people are like, oh, well, hole, I don't know, 12 is super boring and it's kind of a, like, should be an earlier hole. Well, you know, I'll just go in, I'll change it one day or one weekend that when we're closed. Well, not closed on the weekend, but like closed on like a Monday or something, and be like, well, hey, surprise guys, a revamped hole and it's better. Come try it. Some stuff like that. Like, you know, I can do stuff that might like that stuff myself. Why go through some other company that yeah they'll pay for like a little startup, but then they'll take a percentage of sales, and they'll be very I guess nitpicky on what you can do, and that's not I'm not here for that. You know, I am not. You're not here for that whatsoever. If I'm making something, it's gonna be how I want it, so that I can make it the best experience possible. You know, I don't want no cookie cutter experience for people. If I'm selling an experience, it's got to be something that only you can get from going to where I am. It's like I guess some bigger entertainment places that are like franchises or chains. You go there, you go to one, you've been to all of them pretty much. You know, maybe the staff is a little nicer, maybe the staff is a little meaner at one, but it's always going to be the same layout, everything like that. So why not get a one of a kind thing, which you know I guess I should say this also. Probably a lot of people are like, well, why would you do an indoor mini golf place? Um, I live in a college town, so a lot of random college kids that would probably just you know be looking for something to do. Uh, got a lot of people in high school too. You know, maybe they need to go on their first date that their parents can monitor, you know, or maybe a group of friends just going out in random places. Like there's a I guess there's a big enough population where I am to make that work. So that's what I'm thinking of personally doing, just figuring that out, which you could take into account. Maybe that's why I am pushing my YouTube so much, because if I get monetized on here, I can push that towards and I can make the business happen sooner. I saw someone say this earlier. They quoted somebody, but honestly, I can't remember who they quoted. Uh, so I should probably look that up in case it's someone's controversial. But I'm gonna quote it and hope that it's not. Uh, but also, I'm probably gonna get the quote completely wrong, so that's fine too. But it's basically just saying you can have a 10-year plan. If you have a 10-year plan, do what you need, or figure out how you can do it in 6 months. You're probably going to fail, but you'll be farther along than everyone who's accepted it's a 10-year plan. Because, like, imagine if I accepted this was a 10-year plan, right? Then by the time I'm able to actually do it, I might not even want to do it. And then if I accept that, hey, this little small store, this is my 10-year plan in order to get to my next 10-year plan. Well, then that puts me 20 years off of the company I want to do. And in 20 years, I'm going to want to be way farther along. That's my thought process. So I'm going to make these Minecraft videos, figure out what I can do. And, heck, we'll do some crowdfunding, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Is crowdfunding a reasonable idea? I generally do not know when it comes to startups and things like that. Like, is crowdfunding acceptable, or is it like an ashamed thing in like the business practice? Like that's a genuine question I have. Like, I don't know if people like in the business world like shun that, or if it's one of those where it's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, we respect the hustle. Is it one of those? Or is it literally just, hey, don't do that. Don't do that, But I kind of want to hear your opinions on that. Like, actually, I want to know. Because I'm not sure. Because I never thought about crowdfunding until I was like, I want to get this within the next year kind of deal. And I was like, how can I make this in the next year? Well, I'm not going to make completely the amount of money I need to do it. So, yeah. That's the boat that I am in right now, thinking about. So if you're wondering what I'm doing right here, so I'm being a mountain man kind of. I'm going to bring like a big thing out this way because I want to have like, it's going to sound really crazy, but I want a thing up here for like to make it look like ships. So like we're getting stuff imported over here and the ships are coming, and then we're going to raise the ships up off on the unload the stuff on here for the mountain village. Could I just build a port down there? Sure, yeah. But I want to do something else down there, and I don't want to just put a port there. I want to actually have the coastline. I did a really big port in my last one, so I have to do it a little different. If you've seen the last like 3 discussions, or sorry, 2 of them, I think the last one was on my hardcore world, you would know that I had a massive port, and so now I got to do something different, like raising a boat up here to unload stuff. And I think that'd be really pretty nifty idea. And then I can have this as my like little port thing, and I want to bring this up here into a nice little like village thing. I want it to be two completely different aesthetics. Obviously I'm going to get a temple somewhere. It's a cherry blossom. I'm not really good at making temples. I need to keep trying. I have a spot picked out kind of up top above my little cave right now, and then I want to do kind of a medieval castle, and I want to try and not like a medieval castle, maybe like a Nordic type structure up there, and then try and blend the two together in some kind of way. I think that'd be pretty cool with a Japanese style house, or sorry, a Japanese style temple, and then a Nordic kind of structure up there, and then have a town that kind of maybe blends the two, and I don't know, something like that. In case you're wondering exactly what kind of build ideas I have. I do plan on actually making some real-ish video. I guess this is a real video. I plan on doing videos that actually regard, is that a goat? Regard me like making stuff and some other things on this server, and hope that I actually get stuff done that way. So yeah, that is the goal. As you can see, by the way, I have some mods. So I guess I'll do this funny thing since I'm on topic. So this whole mountain and kind of this area is just kind of mine because no one else has come over here. Is that a rune portal? I might make a trip up there. And then so this was the original place I claimed. It's got a really like cool cave in it. This island is one of my friends. You can kind of tell. I haven't been over there recently, so I don't know how flattened out it is. I should probably make a trip that way. So this is one of my friends. He's flattening it out. I don't know exactly what he's doing. This is my other friend's area. I haven't exactly gone over there either because, as you see, I am. So Z, so it's the Z axis, like 100-ish blocks away, right? I don't know. I'm quite a few blocks away, as you can tell. And so I need to go over there and visit them at some point and check it out because I've kind of been off on my own. This server, I've been way more disconnected this go around than I have normally. But I do have my own little village over there, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I would love to hear y'all's opinion on you know, kind of the thoughts of maybe going all in on this business and maybe good ways to make the money slash fund the money to actually open it. I wish I could share more about things so y'all know that I'm more serious about this, but I'm very operations centric when it comes to my current job. I'm very consumer centric. I am a form of a sales specialist. Uh, Basically, I specialize in sales, obviously, and pushing them. But I don't push them in. I don't. I'm not like a car salesman. I don't go, oh, well, come look at this. Come look at this. Come look at this. I do subtle sales things like subconsciously appeal to customers. So like say a big thing that turns off customers, right, is if you see a lot of if you see a lot of items priced out separately, it's more discouraging than a meal which has one price and comes with 3 items. It's much more appealing to customers whether they realize it or not because you're getting 3 things for one price. To where, say, you look at a menu and you see, oh, well, this sandwich is $7. Oh, this fry or other side is $3, and then this drink is $4. That's going to push you off. You might not be actually adding up the numbers, but it's going to put you off because you're like, well, that's a big number. Well, that's a big number. That's a big number for that. You see a meal, it's one price together. It's a couple cents cheaper than what it would have been if you just bought it all separately. But you see one price for 3 items, and subconsciously it's going to make you want to, buy it more. That's kind of the stuff I specialize in figuring out how to encourage sales instead of just pushing sales. Because I don't like when salespeople push me. Why am I gonna want to push other people? I'm gonna want to encourage sales. I'm not gonna go out of my way and be like, hey, this is the best thing you can get right here. This is absolutely amazing. You need it. No, I'm gonna encourage the sales. You know, I don't want anyone to feel forced, like forced that they need to buy something. I'm gonna encourage it. You encourage sales, it brings customers back more often. It's just the way you do it. Which I guess if you run a business and maybe you're just trying to push sales a lot, maybe you need to hear that. I don't know. But so this looks horrible. I put like gravel something there. Is that a little bit better? That might be a little bit better. Or do I do like wood? Just like bring it under. Like, what if I do that? Nah, I like the gravel more. Anyways, I guess I'll keep messing around with my builds over here. But yeah, hopefully y'all understand my ambitions a little bit, and can give me a little bit of tips, maybe stuff I should not be doing, and stuff like that. I honestly love feedback on what I could do to make this 10-year plan into a 6-month plan or a year plan, or way shorter than a 10-year long plan. I have ambitions with my life, and I want to bring joy and something to other people that I can actively see every single day. Uh, I love videos and I love making content and stuff, but I do have a big problem of where after I start getting a ton of views at a single time, then I start getting I give myself too much pressure, which makes me cut back on content, and then it ultimately ends up hurting me over and over because I record too many videos, and then I go, oh, well, this isn't good. It's the same quality as the last one. It needs to do better, and that kind of ruins my flow. But I don't know why I went into that. But I would like to see something where every day I can come in, I can basically clock myself in, um, and actively do, and then heck, if I get enough funding from it, I can make like monthly or something updates and show y'all, because like if y'all are a part of giving me tips and stuff, then y'all should see the thing that I talked about, that I made this 20-minute long video over. Or if I go the crowdfunding route and people fund it or try and help fund it, they're gonna want to see the product that they put 50 cents or $1 to. They're gonna want to see what it's like, and I'm not gonna refuse people that. If you're funding a project, you should see the outcome, or you should know the outcome. You should know the progress on the building. You should know any cool little details, any little fun things coming up. You should know all that. You know, I think that'd be fun. Keep people in the loop. I like talking, obviously, to y'all, letting you know stuff going on, kind of in my life, stuff that I'm thinking. So, you know, what's the issue of me? You know, why can't I just update y'all on a business that, you know, I want to do? If that makes sense. So, yeah, I know I made a little progress, build wise. Hopefully by the next video, or heck, maybe I'll make a video just about it. We'll actually get more of this done and extend it out. But till then, I guess I'll let you go. Thank you for sticking around for almost 22 minutes. I guess if you enjoyed this, you know, subscribe. If you have business tips, subscribe and comment so that you can give me business tips whenever you think about it in the comment section. You have notifications on, you know, to let me know. And if you just enjoy me rambling, or enjoy seeing me make very little progress per video talking, or maybe you just throw me on while you're sitting around playing your own game for background noise. Either way, I'm here for it. So yeah, I guess I'll let y'all go now, and goodbye.